India's biggest buyout of an American company is set to fall through. Investors are now clearly betting that Apollo will drop its $2.5 billion deal to buy out Cooper Tire. Speaking exclusively to ET Now, Apollo's Onkar Kanhaiya insists that Apollo is still pursuing the deal.
Of course, analysts aren't really reading too much into Kanhaiya's statement. After all, the company cannot afford to call off the deal before the 31st December deadline. Well, as it may then have to shell out over $110 million as breakup fee. So why are investors cheering the collapse then of this deal, and what really went wrong between Apollo and Cooper? That is our big story tonight.
2013 has been a forgettable year for most of corporate India. But Onkar Kanhaiya of Apollo is probably counting down the days like no other CEO. Kanhaiya's audacious M&A deal with US-based Cooper Tire is valid till 31st December, after which Apollo can walk out without paying the $112 million breakup fee. Investors are betting that Kanhaiya will indeed walk out once the downside is capped. And that explains why the stock shot up 8% in trade in an otherwise weak market. Kumar though insists that the deal is not off the table just yet.
I didn't say anything still also. I'm saying it's like we continue to pursue this thing, but the matter is in the court.
Kumar's statements don't come as a surprise, as the company cannot be seen as walking out of the deal, at least not before the year ends. Apollo was actually keen to close the Cooper deal. The problem was the price, as Apollo sought a cut in deal price, citing non-cooperation of Cooper's JV partner in China.
Do you think you overpaid for that, sir? It's apart from what course is going on.
We like to make any comments. Right now, sub judice. I can't comment anything.
The stage looks set for a long-drawn legal battle. But it does look unlikely that the biggest ever takeover of a US company by an Indian one will go through. Investors aren't complaining. Karthik Malhotra and Sumit Chaturvedi, ET Now, New Delhi.
Okay, so why is it then that investors are not really complaining? Let's bring on board our research analyst Ajay Sharma, who's joining in with more details. You know, Ajay, you've heard analysts say time and again that they don't see this deal materializing, but I guess if you're an Apollo Tyre investor, you have no reason to complain, isn't it?
Well, Tanya, not at all. Anywhere between the last June, when the deal was actually announced, and now, if one would have bought Apollo Tyres, hoping that the deal would actually not go through, they would have made massive gains. In fact, between June and now, the stock is up around 80%. That's the kind of returns. Now, of course, past couple of weeks, the feeling is only getting stronger, because the writing seemed to be very clear on the wall. 31st of December is when the official deadline for this deal collapses, and the ball is in the Cooper Tyres court right now. They've not been able to furnish details as far as their Chinese subsidiary is concerned. So most of the traders and dealers have been making long positions, because this particular deal was the sole reason there was such a sharp erosion in the market capitalization of Apollo Tyres. Otherwise, the company seemed to be in very fine fettle fundamentally, and if the deal doesn't fall through, it has all the reason to regain that lost market cap. And in fact, if you look at the 1 year graph once again, the stock closing today shows that that entire loss has been covered, and the stock is again back at levels which were the pre-deal announcement levels. So in fact, dealers are confident and analysts are very confident, saying that each passing day we are only getting confident that the chances are increasing that the deal would not go through.